Right, well, this is Mr. Perez. This is a video to help you guide you through your scheduling for junior year. It's a process that you did last year, so it's familiar to you. I just want to highlight some certain things that have been added or might have been changed since last year. So let's begin. So now we're looking at the email that you should have received earlier today or in the past couple of days regarding your scheduling. In the email, there are two documents that are attached. One says the scheduling for junior year. That's one of the sheets we're going to look at momentarily. And the other is the core placement listings, which we're also going to see in a few seconds here. So please be sure you look at both of those sheets carefully. As it says here, there is a video that is contained that you're watching right now that has the important information. So glad that you're watching it. And if you have any questions, please let me know. If you want to find the curriculum guide, you can access it through this link on this attachment here. And we would ask that you please do your schedule process through your portal account using a browser, not the app. And if you can't access the portal, let me know. All summer school courses, which include driver's education this summer, will be done through the online system. So if you want to register for team sports or driver's ed or some of the other summer offerings that we do have this year, you will do that through this online form. And if you have any questions or concerns, please see me. So as it says in that first paragraph on the page, when you're going through the scheduling process, here are some steps and thoughts to help you in doing that. The first one is the realization and that memory that you need to have 7.5 credits as a junior. So most of you on your pre-selection card will have 5.5 already determined for you in your required courses. Some of you will have 6.5 because of a world language option that you'll have available too, which we'll talk about momentarily. But overall, by the end of the course selection process, you need to reach 7.5 credits. Go through these documents again after you've watched the video just to recap anything, as most of the questions can be answered in it. If you need to find the curriculum guide can be found online by going to the Documents tab under the main page and then going to the Academics from there. And then two important thoughts to ask yourself or questions to ask yourself are, what do you want to study in college or do for a career? Classes you're taking, especially in junior and senior years, should be preparing you for that next step of college and career readiness. So it's important to think about courses that are going to help you to explore those college and career ideas early so that you can make an educated decision when you enroll in your respective university or college or postgraduate program. The other question to ask yourself is, are the classes that you're going to take challenging you academically? While it might seem like it's a good idea to take a class that is quote unquote easy from what you can read, you don't really know it's easy when you get into the classroom, or something that might be fun. You certainly want to take those courses that are enjoyable, but they should be rigorous courses that are preparing you for college. The best preparation for the ACT or the SAT is rigorous high school coursework. And the better that you do in the high school coursework turns out to be the better that you're going to do on standardized tests like the ACT. So it's important to think about classes that are going to help challenge yourself and get you prepared for college. At the very end of the document, there's information about the Archdiocesan Virtual Academy that offers some classes online that you could take if you wish to do so. And the key point in all this part here is that all of us at St. Patrick High School are here to help you to do your best. If you have any questions, please speak with your teachers, your counselor, or me, and we'd be happy to help you. Your counselors are going to be up in the library during your lunch period starting in the next few days, and I'll also be up there not for every single lunch period, but for I'll be staggering them and being up there in lunch periods, at least probably one lunch period a day, probably 2 lunch periods a day for the next couple of days to help answer any questions that might come up in the scheduling process. So this is back to the email. In your course selection sheet, you would have already gotten this there. We're going to cover some things. These are the courses that are required courses for you to take. So every junior will have a full year of American literature. Every junior will have a full year of a math course. That'll probably be Algebra 2, Algebra 2 Trig, Pre-Calculus, or Geometry. This year, with your math sequence, or sorry, so your science sequence, every junior is taking physics. Every junior is taking U.S. history. Every junior has a full year of religion with a semester of church history or morality. And every junior has a half year of physical education. We're going to talk about what this 630 signifies on people's schedules in a little bit. Some of you may have a third year of a language placed on there, French 3, Spanish 3, or Mandarin 3. That's because your current teacher recommended that you continue taking a world language next year. The rule with world languages is the rule of 2 or 4. 2 years of the same world language typically will get you into admittance into a school. 4 years the same world language will typically get you out of a world language experience at the university. So if you've been recommended to take a third year, it's strongly recommended that you continue to take a third year, because then that way you'll be able to get out of the world language in college if you do not wish to take it. So depending upon if you have a world language or not, most people will have either 5.5 credits. Some people may have 6.5 credits if they have Spanish, French, or Spanish, French, or Chinese. Overall, though, by the time they need to get to that point, you need to reach 7.5 credits in order to have enough credits for your junior year. Final pieces on the procedures here, just some things you can recap and read at your leisure. Okay, so just to recap, every junior, as you did last year as a sophomore and the previous year as a freshman, will take 7.5 credits. Usually that's 5.5 credits of required courses. You'll have 1 credit of religious studies, which is the church history and the morality course. You have 1 credit of American literature, 1 credit in math, which could be your Algebra 2, Algebra 2 Trig, Pre-Calculus, or Informal Geometry. You'll have a half credit of physical education, which we'll talk about in 1 second. You'll have your full credit of physics and a full credit of U.S. history. This leaves you with 2 credits of electives typically to take during your junior year. Some students will be able to take their third year of a world language, and that will take up 1 of those credits during junior year. You'll see if you have a world language already on your card. Again, going back to the physical education, most students here will have a generic 630 junior-senior PE course on there. That is not a real class. That is a placeholder for one of these 3 choices that you have for your PE course for next year. So if you have 630, you will select 634 team sports, 635 physical fitness, or 652 WSI lifeguarding. If you are going to be a potential varsity athlete next year, your head coach will have already scheduled you for one of the athletic conditioning courses, one of these 4 courses here. Do not pick any of the other team sports, physical fitness, or lifeguarding if you have 646, 647, 648, or 649 on your card. You can only have 1 PE class per year, not 2, so don't pick another class adding up to your 6.5 credits. Placement for the courses are done by your current teachers, as you're familiar with. So if you are in American literature, math, science, world language courses, and your history courses, those have already been determined by the teachers in your core classes. A couple of important points here. 536 is College Prep Phoenix level Algebra 2, and 531 Algebra is Phoenix level Geometry. They do not have the typical PX by their names, but they do have that Phoenix weight to them. So please be sure that you understand that if you're in 536 or 531, that you are in a Phoenix level course for next year in math. So again, to highlight, if you have questions or concerns about why you were placed in a particular level or classes, you need to speak with your current teacher about that. So again, you're welcome to talk to your counselor, you're welcome to talk to me, but I don't know why your teacher made that point. So if you have a concern or you want to talk about moving up or down a level, please talk to your teacher as soon as possible to do so. Some classes, though, are already at capacity for next year is what we're anticipating, so it might be difficult to make a move, but you could certainly speak with the teacher about that possibility, and then they'll talk with their chairs and with me about that option. So continuing that sheet, again, for the electives, you're going to look at the junior elective list that's going to follow in a few moments. This summer, we have a variety of summer offerings this year. We're offering our typical team sports, which meets, as you can see, from June 4th through June 21st. That'll meet in the mornings. Those will be Monday through Fridays. You may miss only 1 day during that 3-week time period. The other 3 classes that we're offering this year in the Fine Arts Department, the 23-21 Arts and Ideas. This is a new course. It's a Phoenix level course for students who may need extra support in the classroom. We've got that available. We have 23-22, which is visual design, and we have 23-45, which is introduction to ceramics. You can see when those classes meet on those schedules, so I'll let you read those at your leisure. Please note for these classes, you can only miss 2 days per those blocks, and in the team sports, it's only 1 day. We will also be offering driver's education according to that schedule that's listed down below. So some of the new courses that we're offering this year will be through Lewis University. So Lewis University will be having a computer science course and an aerodynamics course here on our campus. They'll be taught by Lewis University professors during the regular school day, and they will be similar in price as the PAC classes. So you'll be earning college credit in either computer science or in aerodynamics, which is one of the science courses. We've met with a group of students already regarding these two new opportunities, and we did that at the end of January. So we hope that those students will consider taking one of these classes. And as we mentioned, if you are interested in taking the computer science course or the aerodynamics course, you will need to take a summer enrichment class, either that Arts and Ideas, the Visual Design, or the Introduction to Ceramics, or Team Sports during that summer period, so we can create a full year of study hall. Because what will happen here is Lewis's courses will meet in a double period one of the days during the week. So for example, if Lewis's class is scheduled for C period, it will meet on Tuesday during C period and D period. That's the only time that class will meet during the week. So the other 4 days during the week, you will have a study hall in both C and D. This will work out so you can get the full credit that you need through the Lewis course for the year. If you have particular questions about that or difficulties, please come and see me. Make your course selections wisely. As juniors now, you need to start looking ahead into what you want to major in college, what you want to pursue as a career. So that should be the reasons why you're making your course selections. It should not be based upon who you think will be teaching the class next year, as those assignments have not been made, nor on what you think might be an easier or hard class. All classes should be challenging. All classes should be pushing our students to do their very best. We don't have any easy classes here at St. Patrick High School, so please keep that in mind. We will be making our teacher assignments based upon the course selection, so it's important that you make your choices accurately now so that we have accurate scheduling procedures for our faculty. And again, if you have any questions or concerns, please see your counselor, please see one of your teachers, or see me in the office. So these are now the elective courses that are available in junior year. So they're grouped by departments. These are the English department listings. We do offer journalism as a half credit. That's more of the introduction to journalism, the history, the origins, the purpose of journalism in modern society. Journalism production, you need to have taken journalism as a sophomore to take journalism production. That is a full year course. That'll be doing more of the actual writings. You might be writing for this website. You might be writing for the student newspaper. You might be writing for the St. Patrick Today. You might be writing some press releases that we send out to our various newspapers and other sources in the area. So that's the actual making journalism happen in that class. So if you're interested in that, you can sign up for journalism production. Most juniors, incoming juniors, will already have their 1 credit of fine arts accomplished. However, there are some that need to have a half credit of fine arts for this year. If that's the case, they have a course number 300 on their course selection sheet. If you do have 300, you need to take a minimum half credit elective from this list in order to get to your 1 credit of your fine arts. If you do have your full credit of a fine arts and you want to take more, you're certainly able and welcome to. So you just pick classes from here. Some new courses that we're offering this year, again, the Arts and Ideas class. That is a Phoenix level course for students who need that class. We have changed our art classes into semester-based classes such as Drawing 1, Drawing 2, Painting 1, Painting 2, and 3D Design, and then Advanced Studio Art for students who have done extensive work already in art and could pursue some more individualized study in art classes there. And the rest are courses that are in our variety of fine arts that you could take a look at on the curriculum guide, as well as through the online registration form, which we'll see in a moment. In our mathematics courses, we're offering 2 classes in computer science. This is the Intro to Computer Science course that's taught by currently Mr. Fleming, and that will be offered next year. The Lewis University Computer Science course, this is similar to our PAC courses. So this course will be taught by Lewis University professors here on our campus. In order to take the Lewis University Computer Science course, you will have already needed to take the computer science class last year with Mr. Fleming. This will again require a summer course during the summer of 19 so that you can get the full year in order to get the double period. We also offer half a year of a college level probability and statistics course to our top juniors who wish to take that class. In the science department, we're offering 2 new classes. Our first one is our forensic science, learning about crime scene investigation and the legal procedures and legal processes and the scientific investigations and processes that go into crime scenes. So you'll be looking and studying that. The other course that's brand new this year is our Lewis University Aerodynamics course. That will be taught by our Lewis University teachers. And again, that will be a PAC level course to where you can earn college credit through Lewis University. And in order to take that class, you need to again have a summer option in order to free you up for a full year of a study period to have the aerodynamics class in the period that it would double period. Again, reminding you that if you have 6:30 on your schedule sheet, you need to pick one of these 3 classes so you can fulfill that. It's a replacement for, it's not an add. So this 6:30 is already included in the 5.5 credits. So by taking one of these, you're still remaining at the 5.5 credits. You are not going to 6 credits by adding team sports, physical fitness, or lifeguarding. You still stay at the 5.5 credits. Here are summer enrichment classes that do count for credit. So you can pick one of those, and we'll see how you do the online registration for that momentarily. So now, how do you access the course selection card? The course request can be found by logging into your portal account. Now you need to log in through a browser on either a computer or on your tablets through a browser like Safari, Edge, Chrome, Microsoft Explorer. You can't use the app for this, so don't go in through the Student Plus app to do the course selection process. And the course selection card is available for the students to complete. The families don't have access to the course selection card. Only the students do, as we want them to complete the course selection process. So once you log into your portal account, you're going to click on course selections and then go to the next link there. So as you can see, there'll be a document that's linked here. It says Junior Elective Course Selections. You're going to click on the View and the Edit button, and it'll open up the next. So here now is the online registration form. Again, the courses are grouped by department. So you see the Junior English electives and the Fine Art electives. You are only going to mark things for the classes that you are interested in. If you look at English and you find that you're not interested in journalism or you're not interested in journalism production, you don't have to mark anything in those boxes. You just completely leave them blank. If you want to learn more about the classes, you can click on the little gray circles here with the exclamation point. Another window will open, and in that window it'll tell you the name of the class. It'll tell you when the class meets, meaning will it meet a full year or a half year, and it'll tell you something about the class, and most importantly, it tells you the prerequisites, the requirements that you need to have fulfilled in order to take that class. So for example, for journalism production, the prerequisite for this is that you need to take journalism prior to taking journalism production. If you register for journalism production without taking journalism, you won't be able to take the journalism production. These are your choices for your fine arts. Again, if you have 300 on your course selection sheet, you need to pick at least a half credit to replace that 300. And again, this works in a similar way as the PE. If you have a 300 on your class and you decide to take arts and ideas, you still will have 5.5 credits on your schedule sheet. It will not take you to the next highest level. So again, if you have any questions about that, please come and see me. And again, they're all listed here, and you can go through and click on any of the circles there to find out more information about a particular course. So looking again at further at the fine arts classes, you could see all the new replacement classes we had for Art 1, for Art 2, and Art 3. Theater appreciation and public speaking are both PAC level courses. Those are college level classes. So the students there will be able to register for credit through St. Mary's for college credit. So you need to have a certain grade point average, a certain GPA, a certain test scores in order to be eligible for that course. All of these classes, or most of these classes, the teachers who are teaching these classes will need to approve. Fine arts teachers will be available in the library during various times in the coming week and a half. We'll announce it in the daily bulletin each morning, so if you have particular questions about which fine art might be best for you, if you want to take a fine art, or if you think you want to try to get into one of these fine arts, come up to the library during your lunch period on those days, and you can talk with the teacher and discern which fine art might be best for your option here. Again, certain things are certain classes in order, so you cannot have honors acting without having acting. You cannot take graphic design 2, graphic design 3 without taking first graphic design, or graphic design 4 without having graphic design 1. So please be sure that you're picking the right courses that follow the sequence. Again, with drawing 1 comes before drawing 2, so you can't register for drawing 2 unless you've had drawing 1. You can't register for painting 2 unless you've had painting 1. So please follow those sequences to make sure you're doing the correct selections. Here are our math electives that you could take. Again, the computer science is the introductory course. The LU Comp Science is the Lewis University course. So again, that's the PAC credit for that. Honors Probability Stats is through St. Mary's. for PAC credit, so you'll earn some college credit if you wish to take that course. Robotics is the introductory robotics course. Honors Robotics 2 is for students who have had Robotics 1. Forensics is the new science course. Anatomy Physiology is also a PAC level course in human anatomy and physiology, so studying the function and structures of the human body. And Aerodynamics is the other Lewis University PAC course that we'll be adding this year. So again, both of these courses, either Lewis University or the Aerodynamics course, will require you to have a summer course in order to take it. So if you have any questions or concerns about those, please come and see me. Within our social studies and business offerings, we have a new course offered here. We have this entrepreneurship and small business operations. This is for those students who are interested in looking at what it would take to create a company. Issues like how do you acquire customers? How do you keep customers happy with customer satisfaction? How do you have human resources? Issues like hiring and firing of people if you need to. How do you do some basic advertising and market acquisition? The marketing class itself is more of the advertising, both in print, in media, in oral form on websites. You'll be doing that with the marketing courses. The entrepreneurship is more how to run a business class. As juniors, you're also invited to take accounting, learning how to balance books in a business and learning journal entries and ledger accounts to enter into the business world. You can also take Incubator if you wish to do so. Incubator 2 are for those students who are in Incubator 1 already and will have a viable product to move into Incubator 2. And then we also offer Chicago and Sociology as courses that are available to to juniors. And Model UN is a special course that is the club that has the involvement with doing the competitions, with doing the conferences, typically on weekends. There is an additional cost that's factored in there. That information is on your information circle by clicking on that. Again, if you have course number 630, you need to pick something to replace it. So one of these, if you have 646, 647, 648, or 649, don't pick anything down below. You can, again, only have one PE class at a time in the year. These are all of our summer enrichment offerings again. So our Arts and Ideas courses, Visual Design and Introduction to Ceramics. You see the schedule for those days. And again, they will meet that week right after school ends on certain times of the day, and then they'll shift to a different time of the day different days of the week once we go into June. So please follow those schedules. Again, for the classes above, you can miss no more than 2 classes. For summer team sports, that will run June 3rd through the 21st, Monday through Friday, and the number of days you can miss for that is only 1. Driver's education is here on those dates and those times. So when you click to register for the summer, be sure that you are clicking the right class if you're taking a summer course, and be sure you're clicking the right June or July session for driver's education. Whatever costs that are assessed for these classes will be added to the FACTS tuition statement that families will be receiving in May and June. There will be no prepayments ahead of time before the FACTS tuition statements become available for the new school year. This is information about the Virtual Academy, so if you want to take any online classes, all the information is contained on these pages, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time going over things that you could read at your leisure. So with the Archdiocesan Virtual Academy, we do offer 4 AP classes: AP Art History, AP Environmental Science, AP European History, and AP World History. AP means that you have a test on one day in May. Depending upon your score on the test, it determines if you get college credit. So typically the AP score that you need to receive for college credit is either a 4 or a 5 out of 5 points total. Some schools will reward you AP credit or college credit with only a 3. It just depends upon the individual school that you're looking at. So if you do take one of these courses through the Online Virtual Learning Academy, you will need to take the AP test in May. That'll be billed to your FACTS account when that comes time to pay that. The online learning program. These courses do involve additional costs because you're paying the Archdiocese of Chicago for the Virtual Academy, so be aware of that. And you'll do the registration online through the Virtual Academy, and if you want that counted as part of your grades, you'll bring that information to me following those instructions. So again, I invite you to read those information at your leisure. Okay, just some final reminders. Again, all juniors need to have 7.5 credits, so please be sure that you're looking back at your course selection sheet. If you have 5.5 credits, that means you need 2 more credits to get you to 7.5 credits. If you're at the 6.5 credits because you've got your world language, you need 1 credit of a fine art. Students can go up to 8 credits during the year if they do not want a study hall. They can go up to 8.5 credits during the year if they take something in the summer. So if you wish to take something in the summer, you can have 8.5 credits. You will not have a study hall, but you can do that if you so choose to do that. Look again at the prerequisites for any of the courses so you make sure you are meeting the requirements to get into the classes. If you don't meet the prerequisites, teachers will notify me, and then we'll be talking about some other alternatives to select. You need to make your course selections by Thursday, March 21st, so that the school can move ahead with its processes with scheduling teachers and finalizing course approvals. We ask that you start checking your email daily, because if there are any questions or concerns that I have during the scheduling process based on what you send, I will be emailing you to ask you to come downstairs and ask for clarification or to give me an answer about a question that I have with your schedule choices. And if you have any overall questions or concerns, please see your counselor or please see me. Your counselors and I will be in the library. Same thing as we're doing with the Fine Arts Department. We'll be in the library at various days over the next coming week and a half during the lunch periods. Those dates and times will be included in the daily bulletin coming up starting tomorrow. So again, good luck with your scheduling process. We hope that it goes well for you and you pick courses that you're going to be interested in for senior year, and they're going to challenge you and prepare you well for college and your career work. Again, if you have any questions or concerns, please see me or talk to me at any point in time. Thanks, and good luck scheduling.